Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Worship Live from America's Keswick. It is January 21st.
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's hard to believe.
I can't believe it. Yes. Time
Hey,
is
look,
just
I got
flying.
my Mickey Mouse tie.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
I
Tiffany
love
sent
it.
me my Mickey Mouse tie. In fact,
It's
she
got
sent me
music
two.
notes
I
on
know,
it.
it's crazy.
That's great.
Very cool.
That's great. It is sort of a Christmas tie, but you can keep wearing it. That's okay.
Well, what makes it Christmas?
Aren't those ornaments on there?
You know,
Those are
glasses
key
are
tags.
really in your future. If you can find them. Now, they're not ornaments, Joyce.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking
They
for the
dog
music
tags?
notes.
Music notes. There's music notes right there, red. Who needs glasses
Oh, yeah,
now?
I need glasses. My bifocals aren't working. Okay, what is today?
Today is National Granola Bar Day. Did you know that?
Granola? No.
I
It is
like
granola
granola
also
bars.
National Hugging Day, so...
We're not allowed to hug because we're...
Well,
you two can
if
hug.
you're related, you
Yes.
can hug. Or I always think that if you've already had COVID and you've recovered, you could hug.
So none of us can
Right.
hug,
Right.
thankfully.
I know.
And what
So
else
keep
is
your
today?
distance over
Today
there.
is your day because you have a little story about
Well,
this
it's
one.
National Squirrel Day.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people think that squirrels are stupid. We have a little apartment up in Ocean Grove, and there's 5 or 6 squirrels that live in the park across the street. They now know when our car pulls up, and they meet me at the car, and they come over and I feed them. In fact, I've got them trained now. The one will actually sit up like this and put its little paws out, and he'll catch the peanuts.
That's
Oh,
funny.
that's
You-
awesome.
They
just
sit
re-
on my lap. They've been on my shoulder.
You remind me. That just reminded me of the Toppins. You know, that lady at the
Oh, yeah.
fountain in Mary Poppins.
The Mary Poppins and the birds.
Yeah, with the birds.
In a lot
the
of
bird
sense,
lady.
it does fit you being from such a Disney fan that the
Yes.
animals would love you. And
Yeah, it's just really
Yes.
cool. They come from all the areas. I just whistle and they all come running and
Oh my goodness,
it's kind of
that's
fun.
funny.
But they're very smart. Squirrels are very smart. They have really good eyesight. So unlike
Unlike
you
us.
and me. All right. So what are we going to sing this morning?
We're going to do, so many people love this song, and it means a lot to them. So we're going to sing He Touched Me.
505.
505
In the
Kentucky.
celebration hymnal, we're doing it for Milton. Shackled by a heavy burden, 'neath the load of guilt and shame, then the hand of Jesus touched me, and now I am no longer the same. He touched me, oh, he touched me, and oh, the joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole. Since I met this blessed Savior, since he cleansed and made me whole, I will never cease to praise him. I'll shout it while eternity rolls. He touched me, oh, he touched me, and oh, the joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole. He touched me and made me whole.
My heart is so proud. My eyes are so unfocused. I see the things you do through me as great things I have done. But now you gently break me. I cry just like a baby. You hold me as my father, yet mold me as my maker. I ask you, how many times will you pick me up when I keep on letting you down? Each time I will fall short of your glory. How far will forgiveness abound? And you answer, my child, I love you. And as long as you're seeking my face, you'll walk in the power of my daily sufficient grace. At times I may grow weak and feel a bit discouraged, knowing that someone somewhere could do a better job. For who am I to serve you? I know I don't deserve to, but that's the part that burns in my heart and keeps me hanging on. I ask you, how many times will you pick me up when I keep on letting you down? Each time I will fall short of your glory. How far will forgiveness abound? And you answer, my child, I love you. And as long as you're seeking my face, you'll walk in the power of my daily sufficient grace. And you are so patient with me, Lord. As I walk with you, I'm learning about what your grace really means, how all of my transgressions were paid at Calvary. So instead of trying to repay you, I'm learning to simply obey you by giving up my life to you for all that you've given to me. I ask you, how many times will you pick me up when I keep on letting you down? Each time I will fall short of your glory. How far will forgiveness abound? And you answer, my child, I love you. And as long as you're seeking my face, you'll walk in the power of my daily sufficient grace. My daily sufficient grace.
It's interesting your timing of picking these two songs because this morning I was reading New Morning Mercies, Paul David Tripp. I have a love-hate relationship with that man's book because so many mornings it is just so convicting. But this is what he wrote about the grace. If you look into the mirror of God's word and see someone in need of grace, why would you be impatient with others who share that need? Maybe one of the biggest sins on our relationships with one another is the sin of forgetting. I wish I could say that this is not my problem, but it is. It is so easy to forget how profound your need of grace is, and is equally easy to forget the amazing grace that has been freely showered upon you. And when you forget the grace that you've been given, it becomes very easy to respond to the people around you with non-grace. A joyful life of grace toward others grows best in the soil of gratitude. When I really reflect on who I am, when I take time to consider the grace that I couldn't have earned, achieved, or deserved, but which has been lavished on me, and when I remember that the grace came at the cost of the life of another, then I am joyfully motivated to give that grace to others. For the believer, harsh, critical, impatient, and irritated responses to others are always connected to forgetting or denying who we are and what we have been given in Jesus. It is very clear that no one gives grace better than a person who is deeply convinced of his own need of it and who is cognitively aware that the grace has been and is being given. Because we forget so quickly, because we fall into believing that we are deserving, because we tend to think that we're more righteous and capable than we actually are, we all need to be given grace right at the very moment when we are called to be a tool of grace in the life of another. The God of grace is working his grace into everyone in the room. 1 John 4:19 says, "We love because he first loved us." Now that's worth remembering. And I thought, wow, how fitting is that in light of where we are in our country right now? And particularly believers. Sometimes we don't act like believers, and we need to extend grace to others with the grace that God has so richly lavished upon us. Well, today at 2:30, Jim Lang is going to be sharing the Ripple podcast. There's always a testimony of either a grad, a Colony of Mercy resident, or a Barbers Place student. So check that out, 2:30 on Facebook Live, Boxcast, and YouTube. And you guys leave again for Georgia this weekend.
We leave for Georgia on Sunday for treatment number 5.
Okay, and how many more treatments do you have?
I will have 6 total treatments, and then we'll go back and have a CT scan, and they will look at my cancer and see how it's doing and responding to the chemo, and then we will make a plan to move forward from there.
So keep praying for Robert and Joyce as they're on this journey. You can connect with Robert on Facebook, pray for Robert Hayes, or you can go on Caring Bridge, Robert's Life Song. And you have a website now with your CDs and other stuff.
Yes.
You're getting like the Gaithers.
Well, yeah. Well, we wanted to make available to you our music, and so we have a website called hazmusic.us. hazmusic.us, and all of our CDs are on there. And we do have T-shirts that Robert's niece designed, and we now have sweatshirts. Carter asked for a hoodie. He wanted a hoodie. So these are awesome. They say, in God's family, no one fights alone. And they have boxing gloves on them, and they're nice and warm on the inside. Robert asked for warm on the inside and shiny on the outside. So comfortable shirts that you can take advantage of if you check out our website, hazmusic.us.
And again, we just want to remind you that America's Keswick depends on friends like you to support this ministry with your gifts and prayers. This is a tough month because we have no groups in. And so we're totally dependent upon God's people to give so that we can continue to serve the men of the Colony of Mercy and the students of Barbers Place. To give a gift, call 1-800-453-7942, or you can give on our website, www.americaskeswick.org. Have a great afternoon. God bless.